Hi folks, I'm John. I'm just going to show you how to change the drive belt. This happens to be a cross trainer, but the principle is just the same as on an exercise bike. On this particular machine, you could take a photograph before you start and just to recall how it's supposed to go. But it's always a good idea just to work out in your mind what's what. So we've got the drive belt going around the pulley wheel. There's a tensioner here which looks like it's fixed. There's no adjustment on here. There's no way I can change the position of the tension wheel to give me a different tension on the drive belt, but I have got an adjuster here on the flywheel. So on this machine the whole intention is that I would adjust the adjusters here to move the flywheel either that way to slacken the tension or that way to increase the tension. So I'm going to assume that the tension is correct at the moment, because if you've not had any work done on your bike, there's a good chance this is still the factory settings. So I'm not going to adjust those. I'm going to leave those as they are, and you'll see why in a moment. The first thing I'm going to do is remove the drive belt. So I don't need to take the flywheel off to do that. I'm just going to give it a little bit of a pull with my fingers, rotate the wheel and kind of peel off the drive belt. Notice I'm keeping my fingers well out of the way. I'm not putting my fingers under this side. I'm keeping them out of the way so that they won't get pinched or trapped. And you just peel it off like that. There we are. And now the drive belt is free of the big wheel, but it's obviously still attached to the flywheel here. So I need to remove the flywheel. I'm going to get my socket to do this. I need to slacken off this nut here. So let's check I've got the right size fitting. That's a good fit, 17 millimeters. Yours may be different. And I'm going to go lefty-loosey. So that's that way, left, just like that. Okay, give it a little tap, slacken that off. We do the same on the other side. I don't need to change the position of my lever on my ratchet. It just looks different because I'm leaning over. And I'm going to leave these tensioners the same. I'm not going to adjust those. So I can just pull the flywheel off now. It is heavy, so be careful. Don't get your fingers trapped underneath. Remove the old drive belt, pull it free. You would then get your new drive belt, of course, thread that through, make sure you go back the right way. It's worth making sure that you spend a moment just eyeing it to make sure that everything's okay before you set about putting it back together. So that all looks good. I'm just going to slacken these off a little more, pull my tensioners out to the end, and then offer back up the flywheel. Just like that. And my tensioners, because I've not moved them, the tensioners are going to be in the same position they always were. Just spin those back up, finger tight for the moment. Now, I've got to remember to put the drive belt over the tensioner. Now it could go this way, like that, or it could go the other way, like that. On this machine it actually doesn't matter, it can go either way, but of course you would refer to your photograph that you took before you started. So thread it over there, and then putting it back over the wheel is the reverse of what you did before. So the belt's starting to go tight there, so I'm going to use my right hand to turn the flywheel, and I'll use my thumb on my left hand just to keep the drive belt in place as I rotate the flywheel, and then the belt snaps into place just like that. I'll give it a few turns, make sure it's all nice and lined up, and then just check the alignment. Should be nice and central, which it is, and there it is too. That looks good. And now I can just tighten up, and the same on the other side. That's it, and then give it a test, and you're good to go.